Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. But if you're new here, then Duck. My name is Siobhan, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a come shop with me in Primark for May 2025. So if you want to see what's new in, just keep watching this video. So the first things I saw were these little waistcoats, which I have been obsessed with. I want to get one of these, but I just don't think they're going to suit me. And then I saw this bag and this green dress as well, and then some cropped jeans. And then I saw this white dress, which was £18. Which was very long, so if you like long dresses, they had quite a few in Primark. And then I saw this top, which was £18, and then some of these elasticated waist shorts as well. And then I thought this little top would go nice with them jeans. However, this one had a very big stain on it, so of course not that one. And then they had some of these white jeans, and then they had some more floated trousers, which were in green. And then they had some more of these crop tops, which again were £6. And then they had this dress. Now I've seen this dress all over TikTok, and I was very tempted in picking it up, but I was like, not sure on the colour and whether it's going to suit me. And I kind of wish I'd have took it to the changing room to try on, but I didn't. And then they had some of these accessories, and then they also had the matching skirt to the top that I just showed you. And then again, another dress, but in yellow. Then they had some of these white skirts. Now if you wear white like this, then you are very brave, because I know full well if I wear white, I will never keep it white. So you're very brave if you buy this. And then they also had some more flowy shirts as well. This one was £18, and again some more waistcoats and this lovely skirt, which is not my taste at all, but it's very long and floating. Then again they had some more shirts, this blue one, this stripy one, and then they also had this Love Art one, which I actually quite liked, but they didn't have my size, so I never picked it up. They did have a lot of flowy shorts, so they've got some of these flowery ones, and then they also had these lips ones. I really like the lips and the matching top, but I was like, I think it's a bit much together, so I never bothered picking it up. And then they had this cropped shirt as well, which is very much my style. Then again the stripy shirts, and then they had a blue one, and then they had this other funky one as well, which was also £16, which I feel like that is very steep for Primark. And then they had some of these satin silky ones. Then they had some more floaty trousers, which I was actually tempted to get the purple ones, but I was like, actually, what would it go with? So I never picked them up. I've got red ones, but I don't need purple ones. And then they've got some more of these shirt tops as well, which are very Victorian style, especially this one. This one is very Victorian style to me, and it's like, ugh. And then they had these trousers, which again, not my sort of style. It's very patterned, very loud, very out there, but that's not my sort of thing. So I never picked any of these up. But if you like that sort of thing, they have quite a lot of them in Primark. They also had this skirt, which I actually really like the style of it, I just don't like the colour. And then they had the matching top to it as well. It just reminds me of very old fashioned, and I don't like it. And then they had this brown suede top as well, which again, I like the style of it, but I think where are my boobs going to go in that sort of top, because it ain't going to fit. And then they had some more stripy shirts as well. And then they also had that exact same dress in black, which I was trying to find my size, but did they have it? No, they didn't. So I didn't end up picking that up. And then also I saw some of these dresses, which again are very similar to what I've seen on TikTok shop, but these are like so expensive. I will show you the price in a minute when I actually get the tag out of it, but they are £23. £23. I really like this dress as well, because I like the ruching. It was only £8, but I was like, not really big fan of the grey. And then they had the yellow as well, and then they had some more flowy dresses, which I think I've just shown you that one. And then they have this one, which reminds me of a teaching assistant. I don't know why, but that's what comes to mind. And then they had some more dresses there as well. Then they had this one as well, which reminds me of a little bit of a picnic blanket or a tablecloth. And then they had this one, which was half and half, which was like a beige colour to a black. And then they have lots more long dresses. If you want your long dresses, they have a lot in Primark to choose from. Then they had this boiler suit type of dress, which I actually really liked, but it was very long, and that's not my sort of thing. But it was £26. £26. I was like, oh my gosh, because I think it's part of the Primark edit or whatever it's called. They are quite expensive in that. Then you had some more dresses. Again, there's a lot of dresses, like I say, in Primark, so each to their own. Whichever you want to buy, there's there. And then they have this top, which is very similar to the dress that I saw, which I actually quite liked it. But again, I was like, don't know if it's going to be a bit thin. It's very thin, and it might be very see-through, especially with my size boobs. Then they had this top, which I actually quite liked, but I was like, I'm going to have to wear a bra, and you're going to see my bra strap. So I was like, not really a fan. And then this was £10, and then it also came with the matching skirt, which I think this is part of the Rita Ora section, which it is, because it does say it on the label actually. And then they also had this design. They had this very stripy skirt. Now This is my favourite type of skirt because it's like floaty, it's flowy, and it also had shorts built in, which is my favourite thing. And then they also had some more blazers and some patterned shorts. Again, this picnic blanket sort of style it must be in. And then you also have these jumpers which are thin, and then some more blazers as well. Now this top I actually really liked, but I was like, I don't know if it's going to be a bit thick for the summer. It's like a crochet style, but I was like, I don't know what I'm going to put it with. They also had a lot of reductions in Primark, and in this particular section it was a lot of the trousers, the wintry stuff, the sparkly stuff, and it was like, they still have not got rid of that. So definitely check your local Primark if you want to look at the reductions, because they might have something for winter that you can pick up now. Then they also had these little orange bags. Again, what is that? That's just like a nipple cover for me. And then I also really like this cardigan, but I'm not a big cardigan fan. I like the little bows on it, but if this was in a top style, I think I might have bought it. And then you also have this little bow one, which was quite cute, and then some more like zip up jackets, not jackets, jumpers, sorry. And then these tops as well, which were £13, I think, and they were reduced. And then they also have these tops with the jumpers on, which reminds me of school. But if you like that sort of thing, they have a lot to choose from. And then I also saw this teddy bear jumper. How cute is that, with a little teddy bear in the heart? But £15, I was like, no. And I'm not sure if this was meant to be reduced, because this was in the reduced section, because all the rest of them had reduced labels on it apart from that one. Then I also found the top from the cardigan that I was just talking about, but I was like, do I get it? Do I not? It's a bit thick, and I really wish I'd have got it now, but YOLO, there we go. And then I also saw the same jumper or cardigan as the teddy bear one, but in red. And then I saw these little shackets as well, which again, I don't think they were reduced. And then I saw these little crochet cardigans as well, and then this little top at the bottom, which was £11. I also really like this style top, but I was like, it's not in my size. I'm not sure if it's going to fit because it does look a bit short. And then again, some more of these little bow tie tops with the crochet shorts. I feel like crochet is coming back. So they had these ones, and then they had this little top, and again some more sort of blazer styled tops, and the same material as the teddy bear cardigan but in red, and a top without the teddy bear. And again, this is no, these are no, what is Primark doing? And again, some more crochet stuff. So this was £14, very bright orange for the summer. Then they also had the same in blue as well. Then again, the same top. I didn't realise it was the same top until I showed it, but then they also had it in a creamy white colour. And again, some more crochet tops and some shorts. Does anyone remember these sort of shorts back in the day when people used to put like a massive belt on and then a little crop top on, like back in the 2000s, you know what I mean? I mean, we are in the 2000s, but you know, early 2000s, I remember people putting massive belts on them, and that's exactly how they used to look. Hot pants or whatever they were called. And then they had some of these jeans which was elasticated but they were wide leg, and I was like, oh, otherwise I would have bought them. And then again, this little top with bows on it, and this denim skirt. Then there was also a skirt with little lace around the bottom of it, and I feel like that is like back in the day as well. Then they had this nice cropped denim top, which I was like, oh, I really wanted it, but it didn't have my size. I was like, Primark, what are you doing? And again, they had a lot of their coats reduced. So if you are looking for a winter coat, you might want to go in Primark, because they might have something that's cheaper for you. Then they also had these jackets. What on earth are these? What are these? These look like oven gloves. These that's what it reminds me of. Looks like a fucking oven glove. Then of course I had to get some of my coconut scrub, because how can I not go in Primark and pick this up, because this is so good, especially when you tan. Then of course they have all of their different bath bombs, so if you don't want to go to Lush and your kid wants one, maybe try Primark because they are cheaper. Then they had these sprays, and I feel like these are knockoffs for the more expensive ones. I can't remember what they're called, but they have a lot of different smells in Primark. They have a Santorini one, they have this Rio Romance, they have the Coral one, and then they also have this Fiji Fiesta as well. Then they also have some of these styling products. So they have a pro range now, which is pre-wash exfoliating serum and scalp scrub. And then there's a wax stick as well, which I think there was all raved on TikTok, where you put it on your hair and it's supposed to flatten your hair a bit. Then they also have this pre-treatment wash as well, and then some volumizing stuff, and then also for your curls. Don't know how good it is because I've never tried it. Then they also had a lot of this stuff. I don't know what the name is, so I'm not going to say it, but if you like it, they have a lot of things to do with this. Then they have some travel bottles as well, which is for creams and your little droppers and stuff. And then they also had this scalp massager and dispenser, which I've never seen the dispenser at the top. A full face gel mask as well, which I think I've seen in before. And then they also have some foam wash as well, which he had Miss Piggy on. Miss Piggy on. Then I also saw this concealer. Now this reminds me of the Age Rewind by Maybelline, and then the bottom one reminds me of the Tarte one. Again, don't know how good they are because I've not tried it. And then again, there's lots of lip balms in all different styles. Again, they're throwing it back because this is how it used to be. You used to get these fancy lip balms. They weren't any good, but they were just added to the collection, and especially for me because I love lip balms, so anything like this I used to gravitate towards. And then you have some more shorts, which I actually really like these, but I was like, don't really need any more shorts, so I didn't bother picking any of these ones up in particular. And again, they have some floaty ones which I really like for the summer because they're nice and airy. Then you also have some more jogging bottom style ones as well with massive pockets. I love a good pocket, and they have to be a big pocket. So I had these ones in grey and black. Then they also had the black version of the creamy coloured ones I picked up, but while I was looking at them I was like, oh, these are different ones, I really like them. I didn't realise they were exactly the same ones. And then they also had lots of different patterned floaty shorts, which, as you can see, lots of different bright colours. And then of course they have all of their bikinis, their bathers, their summer hats, their sandals, their cover-ups, everything to do with the beach they have in this section. So they have a lot of different style bikinis, and if you can get in them, good for you, because I can't. But they have a lot of different designs, so you can choose from whichever you want. And then they have some more cover-ups, again from £15. They have some more different bikinis, very beachy, picnicky vibes, and then some bright coloured ones as well, which I would love to fit in them, but my boobs just don't fit them. And then again, some more different ones as well. So you can have the triangle ones, you can have the turret ones, you can have the ones that go over your head. This top reminded me of Dennis the Menace, so if you've ever watched that, then you'll know what I mean. And then again, some more all-in-one bathers as well. So if you want your all-in-one instead of, you know, a bikini, then they have these in here as well. That top in particular at the bottom reminded me of something that you'd wear to a festival, so you might be able to get something for a festival from here. And then in this section they had a lot of red, white and blue. At first I did think it was something to do with Paris, but then later down the line I realised it was the Eurovision is very soon, and I feel like they're the colours for it. I don't know. Or it was to do with VE Day as well. So yes, there's a lot of red and whites in here as well. These tops are a throwback because I used to own some of them tops very long time ago, and they are exactly the same style, so they're definitely coming back in. And then again you have some more of these tops, which again I feel like I used to have something like this before, which I wouldn't now, but I used to have something like that. It was like a Bardo bit at the top, but it used to just fall off my shoulders. And then you have this collection from this woman that I'm not sure what her name is, Paul or somebody. So if you've heard of her, there is a collection in Primark with her in a collaboration with her, but it's just not really my style. As you can see, it's very beigey and browny and white, you know, very neutral colours. And then they had these bags, which I thought was really pretty. So you had black, which it also had an attachable chain as well, which was made longer. And then these are £10, so you have black, you have grey, you have white, and then you also had a suede brown colour as well. Then again, lots of beach bags, so any different style of beach bags you can imagine. There was a lot in Primark, and then some makeup sort of bags as well. And again, some hats, some more of them festival looking tops, some sandals. So if you're wanting all your beach bags and your beachy stuff, they have a lot of stuff in Primark. And then they also have this little shell necklace, which again is the vibe for it. They had some of these cowboy hats, don't know what you'd use them for, maybe a festival, I don't know. And then they had white and blue in them, and then again some more of these sort of style cowboy hats as well with a little belt around them. They had lots of different sizes of suitcases from £45 up to like £55. I can't remember. They had the carry-ons and then the actual suitcases as well, all in different sizes. So whatever you want to buy, they are in Primark. They also had holdalls as well with the wheels on, and then these character ones obviously for children. So the Lightning McQueen, they had Gabby's Dollhouse, don't know what that is, Hello Kitty, and then they also had the bigger versions at the bottom as well. They had some plain ones, which are the hard case ones, £45, and then the smaller ones as well. Again, the bigger ones, £55. And then they had some Minnie Mouse ones in different styles. So you have this one, and then also a blue one. They also had lots of different types of sandals in, which these ones had the buckles on, and then some of them were just like plain at the top where you can slide your feet in. And of course the flip-flops, which are now not 90p, they're actually £1. And then some slider styles, and then as we're moving up upstairs, we have got the pyjamas. So they have a collection with Hello Kitty, so if you like Hello Kitty, they had a lot of stuff to do with Hello Kitty in here. They had the pyjamas, the slippers, the nightgowns, the pyjama bottoms, pyjama tops, and I think that might be it. They had a few other things as well, like a little bag there at the bottom of Hello Kitty. Now we're moving on to the homeware stuff. So in this particular section, they had lots of crab themed stuff. So they had napkins, they had placemats, they had tea towels, you name it, they had stuff to do with crabs. So if you are a crabby kind of gal, then they have a lot of stuff in here with that on. Then you had these little weird shaped vases, I think they were, bowls, some little ceramic cups, which are very pretty. I like these, but these are glass and they will break. So yes, I did not buy any of them, but they are very pretty, and some of them were quite expensive. I mean, that one was like £4.50. They had salt and pepper shakers with the roses on, I believe, or tulips or whatever they are. And then, can anybody tell me what this is? Because I've been trying to think what this is and I don't know what it is. So if you do know, let me know in the comments. And then again, some more flowery plates and stuff, some little snack bowls in the shape of a bow. And then you had this one with little daisies on and cherries, which I thought were really pretty. And then some more cups, and then some more crabby lobster style stuff as well. Now, if anybody watches Gogglebox, then you'll know Sophie and, I can't remember her brother's name, have these style cups all the time, and I feel like they might get them from Primark, and this is where it stems from. So there's cakes, there's toast, there's chickens, there's mermaid's tails, there's everything you can think of there. And then they also have these placemats as well, which were £3.50 for 4, and you get blue, white and pink. And then they also come with the coasters as well in the same colours. And then they had some of these folding storage trolleys and some baskets. So if you wanted some storage boxes and baskets, they have a lot to choose from in Primark. Then they had some ice cube trays, these reusable ice cubes. I have the ones at the back, which are just the square ones, and then the long ones as well. But you can get the seasidey mermaid ones in Primark as well. And then they got these tumblers, which were £4.50, which works out about around about £1 a cup, which is disgraceful. And then they also have some of these planters as well, which are obviously fake succulents, and then some fake flowers. This little lemon tray, which was £2.50, I think it was. And then again, some more fake flowers. I actually really like this purple one. And then you had this orange one and little pink one as well, and then some more fake ones in the little vases. And then you have some actual planters in the strawberry and a lemon, I think it was. And then you have some more at the bottom. These are in reduced section of the bunnies from Easter, the gonks, some strawberry ones as well. And then this candle, I actually had this candle in my hand when we went to Manchester, and it was £7. I was like, I'm not paying that. And then it got reduced to £4 here. And I was like, should I pick it up or not? But I didn't. I was like, I don't need any more candles or any more ornaments. And then you have some more in the reduced section as well. These candles are unique. They're like in the shape of a ice cream, and you can get a strawberry one, a peach one, and then there's a lemon one, I think, at the bottom. They actually smell okay. They weren't like really bad, but I think they were a £5 because of the shape of it. But basically you take the top off and it's just like a normal candle, so really you just pay for the top. Then we move on to some more pyjamas. You have Care Bears, 101 Dalmatians, you have Stitch, you have Minnie Mouse. Can't remember what this one is, so if you do know, let me know in the comments. And of course they have Toy Story stuff, which you had Slinky. They have Sesame Street as well, the yellow Big Bird, I think it's called. Then they have the blue one. They also have SpongeBob stuff, so if you like SpongeBob, they have a lot of SpongeBob stuff in. And of course, I have wanted these Buzz Lightyear pyjamas since I've seen them on TikTok, but did they have my size? No, they did not. So I did not walk away with these, and I was disappointed. But they had some more with all the different characters on, which is this one. Then they also have a Slinky 90 as well. Then they had these Joma bottoms, which I was like, if they were shorts, I would have probably bought them because it's not winter. But I'm like, I don't really need any more pyjamas. I have a lot. Then some more Care Bear stuff as well. And then again, some more bottoms in the Care Bear ones. And then some different SpongeBob pyjamas too. Then they had some Minnie Mouse ones as well, some different styles in grey and like a beigey colour. And then of course they still have the Animal Crossing ones, which I do actually own myself. I actually wear them right now. So these are the Animal Crossing ones, are now £7. They were 14. Then I went into changing rooms and I thought, you know what, I'm going to show you what they look like, because I don't usually go into Primark and try on clothes. But in this particular thing, I thought, you know what, I'm going to try them on so I don't take home stuff that does not fit. And then I'm like, oh, I'm just going to sell it again, or I'm just going to get rid of it because there's no point. So I tried on 2 pairs of shorts. I tried on the skirt. I tried on this top as well. And then I tried on a couple of other crop tops as well, which I will show you in another vlog of what I actually bought and what I kept. But as you can see from my reactions, you'll probably be able to guess which ones I kept and which ones I didn't. But yeah, that is everything that is in Primark and what I actually tried on. So let's get into the outro. If you did enjoy that video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.